We're live. We are live.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, lacrosse fans across the globe, across the universe. We are live once again in Ashkelon during the IPLL Winter Bubble Tournament. The Herzliya Stars and the sderot Stuntmen are underway officially in this semifinal contest. The winner to take on the Ashkelon Fighting Olives in the championship game later this evening. Possession number one, won by the Stuntmen, looking to redeem a 1-point loss after their last contest against the Stars here in Orange. Stars back on D. Led by goaltender Justin Gold, who has been hot this tournament, a real mainstay on D. Sees his first shot from Jean-Luc Chetner. It's high, he sees it, rebound Black. It goes over Gold, a second chance opportunity, not as strong as the first, so he's touched back in by the Stuntman. Backing down from the X. Rolling, looking backside. Checked by the trailer. Will he get another one or find some green space? Black settles on. It's Hodgeby at the top to Flapin. Snell working the X. Puts a fake on his man and looks like he may have, absolutely did, step in the crease. That's a breakfast mistake. These boys need to be playing lunch lacrosse if they want to make it to the finals. Herzliya, dangerous. Here's Ian Kadish, captain of the defense, transitioning on offense. Back high to Podvy. Podvy, last week's most valuable player of the tournament, with 3 goals, including an overtime game winner against the sderot Stuntmen. Kadish to Galpert with his first touch of the game. Now Podvy to Bronstein. Looking to find their angle, just getting comfortable on offense is the Herzliya Stars. To Kadish. Podvy, patient at the top, tries the wing. Well, Herzliya, it's their first offensive possession, but they're going to need to get a go here eventually. Let's see if it comes now. On a pass to Podvy with the lefty slam. It goes off the body, the goof of Dylan Teitelbaum. Teitelbaum 1 for 1 on save opportunities today, and she had a lot to say before this game. More on that later as this Herzliya possession continues. Gini to Bronstein. Now Kadish at the top. Podvy finding his spot in the upper left. Galpert taking directions from the offense. And Podvy's isolated a D-mid down at the X. Let's see if this leads to some action for the Orange. Pushing. Finds one. Maybe not there. It's Kadish on the take. A spin, a rip. He lets it fly a little wide. It'll be Galpert retaining possession there in the back. Galpert, D'd up. Podvy. Now it's Bronstein. Guarded by Matt Flapin. Herzliya's buried a man on the crease. It's Ian Kadish. He's going to have to get through Kai Solomon on a big 2-slide man if Herzliya is going to want to draw and dump here. That's been their specialty on offense. A lot of patient play. Let's see if it'll pay off after that aggressive slide. A man ducks. A ball's loose. Some chaos in front, and it looks like it's Solomon who's going to take it out. The one-man show is on the road. And Podvy scraping and screaming all his way down the sideline to no avail. It's Solomon making easy work of that ride and clear matchup. sderot back on offense. There in the wing. Taking a test on Abraham. Abraham seems to hold up. He gets one loose. Looks like Reeder there. And Lazar's wide open on the backside. I don't know if his man sees it, dodging with his head down, gets a pass up and a shot. That one looks like it might have been deflected. And goalie Justin Gold noticed, got out of the cage before the shot even came past him, and he was the man retaining for the Stars. Pass upfield, mishandled. Black's got the numbers. And they don't come up with the ball. Herzliya lucky. It's Brownstein. Now we see Podvy, Kadish at the top and completing the offense. Looks to be Benor. That's Dor Benor. Dor Rodrigo Benor. Handling. Spinning back to Kadish. A lot of action off ball. Kadish in. Holding. Lets one fly. An absolute acrobatic attempt at goal. A dive from behind the goal line. Goalkeeper Dylan Teitelbaum had absolutely no shot at. There's not a single goalie in the country that could have stopped a shot like that. Kadish, not necessarily known for his offensive prowess because he is such a strong defensive player, but you know what? That man can play every spot on the field. He can take every shot, and he's got a howitzer. That one was a finesse, taken close. And man, that'll go every single time. Face-off number 2 in the contest. There'll be a loose ball push on Orange. That makes the ball black. Elon to Chetner. Skip pass is picked off. Ill-advised. But Black fights through. Herzliya unable to get a quick clear. And it'll be Black. Settled again. Chetner. Working on ball to the point. There's Snell in the corner. Yakov Silberlit. Men are buried on the crease. Here comes a high dodge. He's beat his man. Clean. Wow, and had a single man slid to him. I think they could have affected that shot. And oh, it doesn't matter. A quick restart meant that Black got the ball up to Silberlit. Silberlit lets one loose in space. That was 2 back-to-back shots uncontested against the Herzliya defense. And man, there's no way that Herzliya can look at themselves and not be conferencing at the moment. If you look at the defense, no talk, no conversation. That goalie should be rallying the troops saying, hey, that's one and it's one too many. Let's see if Herzliya can find the resolve there, because if plays like that keep coming their way, it'll be Black walking into the final against the Ashkelon Olives later this afternoon. And we've got a tie game and a face-off tie-up. Man will get out and it'll be Harry Friedman. Friedman to Flapen. Flapen can take it and will. Let's see if they get another quick one. Makes an attempt. Could have been tipped by Gold. It was a very low angle shot, but sderot rewarded for their efforts with another possession shot. Let's see if they can make something happen off of it. There it was, a fancy flip by Chetner. Blake gets off a quite awkward shot, but sderot again backing up their own. Here's Flapen up the top to Cullen. Abraham throwing checks. Make this man pay for testing him. Spins. And Cullen stops center. Staring down. Camped on his right. And Podvy eats him up. I saw a little loose hand action there. Seems like Podvy almost had his uniform pulled off him. And rightfully so, it's orange ball. Sderot attack is violent, strong, not drawn offsides. Orange got the ball, and they're coming straight down. A mishandled pass, and that's going to result in a turnover. Herzliya with a quick possession, and sderot, again, the clock ticks for them in the time of possession battle, which will be so crucial here as we're about the midway point in the first quarter. Ball's across to Simbler, who throws the ball away. Matt Flapin did everything he could on that one, but nothing would have been enough. It was an ill-advised pass. Here's Herzliya coming back down, bouncing with a take. Straight in, ball bounces at the feet and off the face of Teitelbaum as players go careening into the epic side. Dangerous play here. Galper inverts, he's got the ball at top. Takes back down to his office in the corner. Galper. Working off ball. A spin. There's Gini. Strong cradle. Not picked. There's a skip pass, a bouncer. A wild one. And that'll go out of bounds before it goes over and back. Looks like an alley dodge off the reset. And so far in this game, it's clear, regardless of the score, a 1-1 tie game, that sderot is ready to play. And it's Lazar Reeder proving me right with a rollback and a lefty rip that goes bottom corner off heel of Justin Gold. And that one will wake up the band. If you're just joining us now, I'm Tyler Pepe, your host and broadcaster for this semifinal matchup between the Herzliya Stars and the sderot Stuntmen here on WASHK, the only broadcaster in the entire country capable of carrying this fantastic show here in the winter bubble, and looks like a violation on the face-off, maybe caused by the band. Those trumpets blowing loudly here in Ashland.
The band was on the field.
The band is about as close to the field as you possibly can be. Kadish calling the offense. Down a goal and needing a response. The offense is open. That was a long run with not a lot of payoff. Here's Kadish. Doesn't like his matchup, so he moves it clumsily, and Kadish recovers his mistake. Here's Galper. On the alley, looking to see. Cutters off ball. There's not a lot of action. Seems like Black's got it locked up. Let's see if we can get a break. A big skip pass way over. Brownstein with a smart play to get it back downfield. Got to do it right in the face of Black, and Black tried to get a timeout off. A little bit of confusion there, but it seemed like Black stepped out of bounds right before the opportunity for a timeout, and Herzliya is back at it. This time it's right to Galper, taking a walk down the alley. Kadish sets a pick, falls off his man, draws Silverlick behind. Kadish, will he do it again? Absolutely does! A second inside roll and close finish by Ian Kadish. And you could see a lot of tournament lacrosse, especially between these teams, two rivals coming out of the same conference. And plays like that still don't make it onto the scouting report, do they? Quickly hand it over to our on-field correspondent, Sarah Meisenberg, who will tell us a little bit more about that play.
That was a great inside roll by Captain Ian Kadish. Got the defense a little bit Off balance and finish it inside. Yes! And here comes Flapin. Sorry, I'm a little biased.
Well, it's an exciting
Nobody
day
heard that.
here to be in the booth, and yes, it absolutely is Flapin. That goal came quick as an answer, and like we said, it is sderot. Really amping up the intensity for everything that herzliya has shown. Sderot has made quick work of a response. That was Harry Friedman getting the ball quickly to Flapin. Flapin marching all the way down to re-secure a lead for the stuntmen. It is now 3-2 as the seconds tick down here in the first. Friedman looks to do it again. Comes down, brings one off the post.
Wow.
Friedman not known for his scoring prowess, although he does have a few goals in the tournament. More of a Fogo feeder. Fake flip to Ryder. Fools one man, but not them all. Simbler.
7.
With 5 seconds left to Kadish. A skip that goes long over Ryder, and that is going to take us into the end of the first quarter with a score. Herzliya 2, sderot 3.
All right, and we're back for the beginning of quarter 2. Thanks, Tori.
That's right. Thanks, Tom. Thanks to Tori,
Yeah.
our sponsor. Tori, the
Tori,
official
from? Where are you from?
of-
Michigan? Michigan.
Of water in Israel.
All the way.
Here's Harry Friedman with another face-off win. This time it's in the stick of Jake Silberlich. Yakov to Snell. To Max Silberlich. Mordecai Silberlich.
We got
Moves it to
Shetner healthy today.
Yeah, the return
Missed
of
a couple
John
games.
Shetner is going to mean a lot for the stuntmen. Stuntmen came within 1 goal of their last contest with Herzliya without Shetner. And will that be the difference? And wow, an incredible save off the bounce, well away and headed towards the bottom corner. It's Gold standing tall.
Gold
Something
was
we're all
the
used to.
player of the goalie of the week last week.
Goalie of the week
Just announced last
week in
night.
the divisional round, well deserved. Has stood tall for his team. Now, you'll remember at the beginning of the season he entered the league late on a COVID protocol. He's actually a backup goaltender. And after replacing a valiant effort by the starter who broke his thumb in practice, Gold has been a serviceable backup. We'll see if he earns
From our
a ring.
very own Tyler Pepe, who's with us in the booth.
We'll see if he earns a ring for me. Here's Chetner behind to Snell, feeds backside, and the Herzliya defense is really unwound at this point. Lots of finger pointing, and it'll have to be a meeting called by defensive captain and goaltender Justin Gold, who seems to have maybe just a little bit of control, less control
It will survive.
on his team, and it'll need to be an effort by the Herzliya if they're going to survive the rest of this quarter after that start. You got to give it to the Israel Lacrosse Association band. Those guys really know how to pick their tracks as they come across. Always deeper meaning here to the soundtrack.
You're pro with the fade in, fade out. Our sound guy.
I have just a little bit of coffee left.
Commentator and sound guy. Tyler Pepe. And
Well, it's not
out of
about me.
bounds.
Although it's
about the coffee.
Here with the restart on the orange. It's fed through, and wow, a punishing hit that was from behind.
About that.
If this were a football game, we'd call it a hit on a defenseless receiver, kind of a buddy pass that came from the X, not the one that you want to throw into traffic. And the sderot stuntman made him punish, although it was Herzliya who came out winning the battle. And they'll be up a man. And that Herzliya power play, that extra man offense, was absolutely stellar in the last game. Sderot, their strengths are on offense, and when you put them 6-on-5, they really do struggle. Let's see if we'll make them pay. And the referee debates whether that was a push from behind. Could have been another 30 seconds. But the risk pays off for the stuntmen, who now possess a man down, and, well, they'll just calm the play now, won't they? Oh, and in the confusion, referee Seth Mahler picks up that Black was offsides. A little too much confusion. Being a man down, they ended up with 6 across instead of 5. Rightly called by the assistant referee in red. A dome, if you will. And Herzliya, still a man up, not pushing. But they'll see it late, and they'll take a run. Black getting a little help from the referee. And it's Jakob Silverlick. Right on him. And here comes another flag. And will we see a second there on that dangerous check? Man, penalty flags are flying like confetti in this game early on. Now that we're into the second, red was plus a man. Now it looks like if Black is still serving, we'll have even strength 5-on-5. We're going to go hockey style for a minute here, ladies and gentlemen. Anything can happen here in the winter bubble. Speaking of 5-on-5, it's box lacrosse superstar Jean-Luc Chetner playing the field game and starting this possession on offense. Silverlick over to Chetner, who's over. Double skip pass, absolutely fools the goaltender. Looked like Herzliya was standing in cement on that play.
Oh, it fooled me too. I thought that was a shot.
It was a pass from Silverlick that was, a little bit of tricky play.
Yeah, by Chetner.
Silverlick went over to Chetner. Ill-advised pass over the cage from Silverlick, who broke his own rule as a goaltender. Never be throwing that pass, although Jean-Luc Chetner is a professional athlete. Knew exactly what to do. Spun it back the other way, left, right, left, and it's not very easy for a goalie to go cross-crease and back just like that. You can hardly blame him, but see a lot of finger pointing there on the Herzliya side as sderot now takes a 5-2 lead.
So this is probably fun for Harry Friedman to play with his coach, Mordechai Silverlicht.
That's true.
Yeah.
Morty and Harry, they've got a long relationship, long-standing relationship. Friedman absolutely a part of the Silverlicht coaching tree. And in addition to being a face-off man, he's definitely a leader in the clubhouse, so makes contributions in the preparation and does a lot for his team. There was a shot taken by Black. And a ball's onto the field, and it'll be Snell on the restart. Snell sees Chetner. Chetner to Flapin. Flapin downhill. Oh, puts it in on his ankles and gets a one-handed pass away from Chetner. We'll see that on the highlight reel, especially if that one could go. It's Gold. I'm not sure if that would have went, but Gold credited with the save either way. And a tough one off stick high. A nice take by Flapin. Right idea after embarrassing his man on the juke. Although Herzliya, maybe for the first time today, with a slide that helped out a man, and a 2 slide that came and replaced. That was a good rotation. It looks like here at the 8-minute mark in the second quarter, Coach Ian Kadish will look for an open set. Herzliya eases their way into it. We're back even strength here in this game. And it's Kadish. To right. To Kadish. To Bronstein. Working the umbrella back to Bronstein and now to Kadish. Skip pass to Brownstein. Now it's Podby. Walking around Hodgeby. Will he get a take? Wanted his left.
Nice.
Hodgeby
Dylan.
should have capped. A stop by Dylan. Easy at her feet. And Teitelbaum will direct the clear. Now there's no clear clock here, so Dylan can take as much time as needed. Here's the walk. And to get across, and it's Dylan again. Flashing that Lion King tattoo. And that's a clear that even Simba would be proud of. As
Hakuna Matata.
makes their way back onto phrase Hakuna Matata indeed. No, we're not speaking Hebrew. It's a wonderful phrase. It means no worries. And that's Dylan Teitelbaum.
Maybe we should cue the song next.
After that. See if the band knows any Lion King tributes. Here's Silverlick. Morty Silverlick walking in, taking a page out of Ian Kadish's book, showing that the big boys can do it too, rolling on the inside and finishing past goal. Morty Silverlick acting like he's been there before, hardly a celebration, walks back to the X, and you can see him with a big smile underneath that bigger handlebar mustache. A cool customer on the field, and you know he's proud of himself, tallying a score after he had that great play creation for Herzliya's last goal. And that looked like it was a push with possession. Off the face-off, Black will put a man on, or a man in. Rather, we're at 6-2, and Herzliya really needed that. Kadish to Podvi. Quick power play, they need to get one off. There it is, a quick pass and a finish right in the face of Teitelbaum. Bronstein with a really nice finish. Now that 6-on-5, like we talked about earlier in this game, there's not a lot that sderot has been able to do. The stuntman overpowered, and if they're going to make mistakes, especially on face-offs of loose balls like that, they're going to give Herzliya a chance to climb right back into this one. Teitelbaum puts her poker face back on, unaffected by that shot. Got a short memory as a goalkeeper. Harry Friedman wins one back. Oh, and it's another face-off win. A march straight down, a pass off to the wing, and a rip. That was Snell. Jeez. And the band can hardly keep up with the goal scoring now. Goals in bunches. A torrential downpour of goals. Full-on barrage of orange rubber flying at our goaltenders here in the second. We are climbing up the scoreboard. Back at 7-3. Friedman trying to create an instant replay. Wins a face-off, gets to Snell, but Herzliya knows better this time. Now it's Simba. Simbler talking through his wingman Itai. Here's Morty taking the game in his own hands over to Elon. There's Flapin with 3 minutes left in this game. Taking a run, wants to work in quick. That's been the way that sderot's got most of their goals. This one's thrown away, and oh, the ground ball is mishandled by Bronstein and given right back to Snell. Bronstein playing wild defense, trying to recover for that mistake, and he absolutely on a stunner on a stop. Wow, it was a mistake by Herzliya. A quick turnover. No slide, nobody to even help. It was the goaltender all alone. And on an island, Justin Gold, proving why he was the MVP or the goalie of the week last week. Maybe trying to to contend for that spot again as he nearly takes the clear across, but smartly finds his man Kadish.
2 minutes.
2 minutes left in this first half of lacrosse, this semifinal game between Herzliya, the 7 Stars, and the Stuntmen of sderot. This is nearly a home game for the Stuntmen, who really only come from about 9 kilometers away. Herzliya team has traveled from north of Tel Aviv to get here, so we'll see if, as the tournament wears on, the jet lag has anything to do with the endurance of this club. But on a bull dodge like that and a jump shot that went off the post, you'd hardly know. A great take, unlucky there. It's sderot reclaiming possession, moving back on offense. Kind of a slow breaking transition, but they won't settle. It's Flapen, 3 seconds, gets one off, and it looks like the ball went out of bounds. A quick timeout was called for the bench. We'll have just a little bit of time to see if we can do, well, anything to extend this goal. Lead, this 4-goal lead. Touches the ball back.
Now we're back from the
Under
timeout.
a minute. Here's Simbler. We're back after a timeout. Silverlick. Back to Simbler. Only a minute to work to extend this lead. We see Silverlick again. Passes down to Flapen. 40 seconds remaining here in the half. Silverlick taking his time. Black's going to hold for a last shot here.
Who do you think is going to be the player to shoot?
Well, if I'm a betting man, and I am, I'd say they're going to try to work the ball to Mordechai Silverlick. You can see he's got a big, tall, short matchup, trying to bury himself just off the middle, working off ball.
10 seconds.
His brother with the ball, Yakov. Clock's ticking down. 5, and a rip, and it goes wide. 3 seconds left on the clock. Looking for a quick finish. Oh, and off the stick, it glances off the plastic for Yakov Silverlick, and that is going to be halftime here in Ashkelon with the score. sderot 7
to 3. See ya. Okay, we're back. Woo!
We are back here out of the face-off circle of life. A face-off win by Harry Friedman, who gets another possession. That seems to be a huge part of this sderot strategy today, is to get a face-off win and come right down. A tale of 2 teams absolutely here so far. Herzliya, a very patient offense. sderot, the stuntmen, aptly named, willing to do anything and everything to get to the cage. Here's a flip to Hodgeby, controlling the point. There's Ritter. Skips to the X, that looks like Snell. Snell to Iran. To Hodgeby. To Lazar Ritter. John-Luc Chetner on the wing, patient, watching. Now when this sderot stuntman team slows down, it's very often in the stick of John-Luc Chetner, and that's because he has such great field vision. And it's on display there with his ability to find that ground ball right at his feet. There's the ball at the X. Chetner again. Ball's at point. Lazar with a rip. And easily stopped by Gold at his feet. Acrobatic. And a scary throw if you're Bronstein, with men bearing down on him. That was a Hail Mary pass in triple coverage. But the risk pays off for Gold as his team is on offense and his defense gets a much-needed break here in the third quarter. Kadish. Making a first take here. And that's a flag down. Herzliya is going to make an attempted goal here. Let's see if Kadish does it again. Flip behind his back, creative play. Oh, and a little extra action, and the referee sees that from a mile away. That looks like it's going to be 2 men sent off. A tough mistake to swallow. Up 4 goals and down 2 men. They've got 4-goal lead with 4 on the field. Teitelbaum's looking to set up a diamond in front of her. They didn't realize that a penalty was on one of the men that was back on the field, so it will be former goalie and current attackman Mordecai Silverlick moonlighting as a long pole here. And I'll tell you what, Hot, if Black can somehow get a stop here, Morty Silverlick is my pick for MVP of this game if they hang on to this lead.
Player of the game. All right, let's see.
Quick rip off the pipe.
Wow.
Will that be a sign of more things to come? Well, it's hard to even keep up with the onslaught as Teitelbaum's been peppered in the first few seconds of this one. Here's another.
Oh, yes, Dylan.
And she'll take her sweet time, as much as she's afforded here in the crease. She'll get jumped. Throws one away under pressure. This could be huge if Black can hang on to it.
Oh.
And lots of action. Won't be enough for Herzliya. And they had every chance to settle down. They throw him through, but the ride ends up with a Black stuntman stepping out of bounds. Lots of chaos on the field as we reset. Penalties looking to release soon. We are still down 2 men. To release from the box now. Will it matter? Absolutely not. That was an even strength goal as 2 men rush back into the field. No Bronstein. Sensing that although the play was over, men were going to be rushing out of the box.
Exciting sequence there.
Very exciting sequence. Has made the Herzliya Stars quite happy. And the band knows it, don't they, huh?
Yeah, you can hear the band roaring on the field. What song are you playing?
Happy. Trying to make it easy.
I'm just a camera woman.
You're so much more than
I'm doing my best.
You are so much more than just a camera woman, Hot. You are...
I've finally figured out the Zoom.
You're an ambassador to the game.
Thank you.
Let's see if it looked like there was a ball that was stuck on the field, and that incidental play is going to lead to a
redraw.
Yeah, redraw. You see more often in the women's game, but this redraw happened here in this semifinal, and it goes to show you, like I said earlier, anything can happen here in the IPLL as Herzliya looks to mount a comeback. Momentum in their favor. Man coming on.
Wow.
That was a route down. Looks to be a hold. Now it'll be an attempt at goal. And momentum, what does it do? It just sits there and swings back in the other direction for the stuntman. And speaking of swing, there's a pass up top. It's Flapen. He had a nearly wide open back side. Flapen lets one fly. It goes wide. Possession's not going to matter because a flag was down. It looks like a second one went down. Referee Ryan No Nonsense Wallace sending 2 men off
hat.
This time. We're lucky there wasn't another penalty because he didn't have another article of clothing.
I know.
He could have seen socks and shoes on
yeah.
And we'll see a mirror image of the last scenario, which resulted in a Herzliya goal. And it'll be sderot up 2 men. Just when you thought you had seen it all. Shetner. 6v4 black on orange. It's Silverlick. Lets a howitzer fly from the point. It looked like that went off the shaft of Gold. Goalies love that. They never feel it. Silverlick working behind to Chetner. Silverlick. Flapin makes his man wince. Walks.
What a move by Flape.
Right past. Oh, man, you know, it's hard to prevent goals when you're down 2 men. But I'll tell you, if you're a defensive player and you flinch on a fake shot, especially from Matt Flapin, and no disrespect to Flapin, but he's a rather stringy fellow. Not exactly
Flapin's the manager of Camp Kef.
Yeah, absolutely.
Comes to the field about twice a week.
Kef guy, not a big Hazak guy.
Just shows up and plays and...
Well, it was a scary looking windup, and it did exactly what it needed to. Man fell out of position. And where I come from, you'd be calling him a Winston for the rest of the season after he winced on that play. I'll try to be nice to the players. They've made it this far into the championship here in the Western Conference. Looking to make another finals appearance, the Stuntmen. Never had a championship. Flapin to Snell. That was a huge save off the leg of Gold. Gold standing tall as best he can on this drive. I spoke to Gold after the last game. And he and I chatted, and during the broadcast we mentioned, man, he was getting hit with a lot of balls. And we said he might need an ice bath, and I caught up to him, and as soon as I said, Justin, you played a great game, he looked at me and said, yeah, man, Ty, I really need an ice bath after that one. Just goes to show you that goalies, there's only really one type of goalie, and that's the type you see there in the cage. Wild man, free radical, ready to take on all comers, and this time it'll be Silverlick taking on Podby, letting one rip, and it'll be high. A low to high shot, got Gold to bite low, but he's a big boy, still covers that top side of the net when he's down doing the splits. Chetner. At the X, up to Silverlick. Marching. Oh, and finesses one, passed and through. That was a difficult shot to get off. Now Silverlick loves to sweep, but as you're sweeping from left to right, it's tough to get a lefty shot to swing back top right over a right-handed goalie. It's one of the most difficult shots to get off. Expert analysis
by Tyler Pepe. I mean, you got the experience there at goal.
Well, and speaking of experience, it's the face-off veteran Harry Friedman winning another. Sderot with a 5-goal lead, their largest of the game, and the ball. All the momentum in the world. Lazar with a rip. Stopped by Gold. Back to Kadish. Kadish will do all the work himself if he has to. Looks off a check. That was a slap check that went right after the elbow of Kadish, who had words to say to the riding attackman. Kadish surfaced on the injury report with an elbow earlier this week, although looks to be unbothered, except when checks like that come in and the referee no calls on the clear, but it'll be herzliya. A dodge through 2, and 2's tough. Double doesn't work. Ball's across. A shovel. Still loose. Simbler. We're in possession. Oh, Simbler goes for broke. It doesn't work. Intercepted. And Herzliya's got the ball back. It's Kadish trying to make a quick one. Oh, he spins around the double. Went one-handed, and a well-timed check came and knocked it back to Galpert, who himself is facing a double. And a timeout is called by the Orange. pioneer of
Tyler Pepe.
2020 technology. Yes.
All right, we're back from the timeout. Third quarter.
That's right, Ha. We are back in action. Ball is going to restart here on the wing. It'll be Galper. The sun is beating high now in the late morning, right into the eyes of our broadcasters. That won't stop them. Let's see if it'll stop the herzliya offense. They're shooting into the sun. Makes it just a little bit easier for the goalie to see the ball. That's a wide shot, and it'll stay a herzliya possession. Quick pass, shot again, and it's right in the stick of Teitelbaum.
Quick clear.
Not sure if she was fully set in her stance for that one, but it was a off-hip stick save. Right back around, and all off the chest of Gold. A flag is down on the play. Another transition. Looked like that was an offsides. Somehow Galpert caught on the other side of the field. Usually an attackman, it looked like he was riding back on defense. A quick series of events led to a doorstep stop by Gold. Quite a few saves here in the game today. Our producers tell me that was his 10th save of the contest.
Wow.
Here's Flapin, the Simbler. Let's one fly.
What a
Top
shot.
Shelf. And that was the second time in a row that Kaplan winced on that play. Now, how we called it out on the broadcast. We tried to do it nice, but we have to call it like we see it.
Oded!
That was
Shalom.
fully
Here we got our, I don't know if you can see him, our photographer, Oded.
To step up and eat that shot. Now, if you have a man bearing down on you, winding up.
What are you supposed to do there?
The last thing a goalie wants to see, is for a defender to turn his back, or to duck, or to wince, or to flinch. Because all it does is open up the shooting lane. And in fact, it's a shooting lane that the goalie maybe wasn't anticipating. Now, if the goalie can't see the ball and the shot comes through, the goalie's looking for all of the windows that the ball can possibly get to him.
Oh, wide open.
What was that? Now, it's hard to, when the analysis is coming through on the last shot, to keep up with the pace of play on the next shot.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened there.
So I think that
miscommunication,
was,
obviously.
A player back on orange. Two defensemen back now. It's Mordechai Soberlik with the long pole. Still hasn't made his way back onto the offense. And when the defense anticipates a two-man game, but it's in fact just one man rocking there behind the X, a switch is often called between two defensive players. Now, if one called the switch, but the other didn't recognize the two-man game, the switch is useless. And two men abandon a guy. It's an okay spot to do it behind the X. It was two above GLE, but their backs are to the defender, or to the attackman. And it resulted in an uncontested goal. All the way down, off the face-off draw, with a spin. Might have been slashed on the play. Spun his way, shot. The defender into the ground, and a lefty
slippery,
angry shot by Orion Hodgby.
Sick shot.
Absolute sick shot.
Filthy.
You are right. That was a great ball of fire from Orion Hodgby, and let's see if the band picks up on that.
Let's go.
Got a feeling that they will. Playing pretty quietly.
I know, why? I think it's your phone.
I think it's the band. Flurry of goals.
But it doesn't make sense. The hometown crowd is in support of these sderot stuntmen.
And like we said, the stuntmen are...
they are stunting, certainly in this third quarter.
They've opened up a 6-goal lead, 11-5. Maybe insurmountable. Here's Cullen to try to add some insult to injury. And it'll be a possession shot. It's Snow this time. Stick-on-stick check.
10 seconds.
10 seconds left here in the quarter. Could that have been a push? Lots of chaos. That looked like a recovered ball by Jaakko Silva, who shot the ball from the crease.
Quarter. End of the third.
Quarter,
11 to 5. Sderot Stuntman.
5 is the score.
And we're back.
We are back here on this Christmas morning broadcast. Fourth quarter semifinal. We're about to determine who is going to win this conference and head on to the championship. We are back in black as the Stuntmen have a big lead in this game on this Christmas morning. And the band rages on, as does the game. And possession is won by Matt Flapen and the sderot Stuntmen. Sderot. Man all over Eli. Switch back, it's Flapen. No pressure on him. Carries up. There's Flapen on Kaplan. Looking to redeem a few defensive mistakes in the last quarter. Swings to Snell. Snell comfortable behind. Dodging, looking up. Wow, a backside look and a roll. Finds an open man. Tries to draw and dump.
And out of bounds.
Well, maybe should have been an opportunity to spin the ball and set up. Sometimes that up-tempo offense by the Stuntmen doesn't always work out. Quick moves mean quick mistakes. And there's Podvy. Escaping pressure. He's going to have to dance around this. He's got 3 guys on him. Should that create a mismatch on the backside? It won't matter. It'll be Morty Silberlicht clearing the ball out to safety. And herzliya takes back on over. And we'll see if they'll settle or have a sense of urgency here with a 6-goal deficit. Ian Kadish, who was bright in the first quarter and quiet since, may need to be taking matters into his own hands. Herzliya. And it's a long quarter, but time is ticking ever by. With every cradle, there's Kadish, fires one into the ground over the head of Titlebaum. There's a look top left. Brownstein coming in to Gini. Gini fans, and it's Silberlicht picks up the loose ball. Gini and Kadish trailing. It's a mistake that the Herzliya Stars cannot afford to make. Silberlicht to Flapen. To Silberlicht. To Simbler with a goal in the last quarter. Now it looks like the sderot Stuntmen, whoa, nice catch by Silberlicht. The sderot Stuntmen will be taking a page out of the Stars' book and slowing the play down. Here's Flapen. And as active as this sderot Stuntmen offense looks, believe you me, this is a calculated attempt to draw as much time out of the clock as possible. They are siphoning seconds. Here comes Flapen. Spins to the X. Back, and it's a redirect pass from Flapen to the X over to Simbler, who lets that exact same shot fly. Wow, amazing. They really rocked around the offense on that one.
Gonna rock around the clock tonight.
This band is really good, huh?
I know.
I mean,
the announcer is just right on key with the band.
It's not that the band is good, it's that they are.
You guys are in sync. It's like you're one person.
It is like we're one person. It is like we're one person.
You are one.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say it like that, but it is like we're one person. That's a good band. Shout out to the Israel Lacrosse Pep Band. Is that what they call it, a pep band?
Pump up. Getting us
We seem to
pumped.
be missing action here, although...
Oh yeah, what's happening here? I don't know what's really happening. Back to the game.
We could be approaching blowout territory.
7-goal lead.
We'll have to get really deep into our notes. Let's hope that doesn't happen.
Got, probably about 10 minutes, 9 minutes left in the game. And it's
Black is stalling. I wonder if they'll get a keep it in call. Well, a quick in. That was a great stop by Gold. Had nearly been hung out to dry, but man, he knows how to stand high in cage. That one was coming right at his feet. He dropped and ate that sucker up. Here's Bronstein looking to create. Now Pogby. I wonder if they'll try to get Kadish onto the field. And they won't yell. It'll be Pogby taking on Hodgeby right through him. And the shot goes wide. Now Pogby did everything right to beat his man, but it's got to be a what they call the S dodge that brings it back to a better angle, because falling away, that's not the shot you want, especially now.
What a
There was
save.
another one. Brownstein came in hard. He got hit hard, threw it right into Teitelbaum. And I think that hit ended up with a penalty that looked like could that have been a technical push?
Push from behind?
The push from behind with possession. I thought I heard enough to merit a slash. And 5-4, oh, it'll be Kadish who lets one fly. It rings off the pipe. And look at that, another strange call. It was Flapen who looked to dive out of the way of the ball and ended up on top of the ball after it rang off the post. It was a withholding call, keeping the ball from the rest of play. And that's why Herzliya's got the ball back. Herzliya. Kadish is going to want another. And down a man, it won't matter. Sderot will still keep 3 up high. That's to stop those midfielders to doing, well, exactly what they just did. That's the risk that you run. Galper nearly made him pay, and we keep saying it, but if anybody's going to make anything happen, it's going to need to be now. Here's Chris Pop with his first touch of the game. He's over. Israeli to Israeli. A lot of action behind. Heavy pressure by Herzliya. Finally, if I might add. That was a risk. Would have paid off. A bounce pass by Silverlick. Wow, that was a fancy piece of passing, but not enough to create offense to extend this 7-goal lead here in the 4th. Reeder to Yakov Silverlick. Comfortable slowing down the pace of play over to Matt Flapen. Longtime friend and teammate.
So then I just made more.
Here's Silverlick to Flapen. Itai swings back down to Snell, who finds his man in the corner. There's Lasso. Dodges, dumps off to Silverlick. Great technique milking the clock here by Sderot. All 6 men in sync. Herzliya, you'll wonder, with a 7-goal deficit, at what time they'll abandon this bend but don't break defense and start going for broke. Reeder loves this matchup. Won't draw the double. And he might have loved that matchup, but there's Pogby all over him. And as the double comes, it's Kadish with the GB, looking angry as he reads the defense, puts Flapen on his heels, spins, rolls, wants his right, doesn't have it. There's Brownstein, flips it, and a great shot. Those are going to need to go in, but that's exactly the type of offense that herzliya needs, a high tempo. And that was in and out and through on a fan.
Crease
violation by Orange, and it's Kai Solomon streaking up the field. This is a pull fast break, and wow, Kai does everything by himself. Dodges, sees the missed. I guess it was just a slow and maybe a defeated break by herzliya. Quick restarts come like that, and when you're the man who's heads up, you become the head man.
Don't let him touch the ball at all.
Music intensifies, as does some of the physicality of the play here in the fourth quarter. You see the wingmen fighting through to get to the ball on that GB. It's a heavy tie-up. All 6 men after it, but it'll be a black ball. Ball's with the dark side, if you will. There's Harry Friedman. And there's Snell. Friedman will stay. Not a faux go, but a face-off stay on.
Foso.
A faux so. Here's Hodgeby. And you can see Gold. He's hardly watching the ball as much as he's watching the rest of his defense, because really what he's going to want to do here is double as soon as the ball comes into the alley or behind. So sderot, if they know it's good for them, will keep the ball high. See, passed down the alley and carried up. Ilana Burstein lets a shot fly. Ill-advised. It'll be Black working from behind.
Sorry.
We'll see if Gold stays out. Well, he won't, because the reset will actually come to the alley. Here comes the take with Hodgeby. Might want another. Over. Lollipopped above. And lollipopped again. A big flip. And it's Hodgeby with the loose ball possession. Hodgeby making himself known here in this tournament. Hasn't showed up on the stat sheet, but has absolutely showed up in this game with some critical plays and what I think was a real demoralizing goal.
Yeah.
That ISO 360 rip that he had in the last quarter.
3 minutes.
Not much time here for the Stars. Into the ground. A little extracurricular activity. Black played without a stick. Let's see if herzliya desperation can start to chip away. Now we're in near miracle territory. Gold, unbothered, goes through. He may want to get one here. And his face dodge ends up right in the face of a defender. Now he's got an open cage. Flapen knows exactly what to do with it. Doesn't take the bait. He's going to keep possession. Now there's no reason for an 8-goal lead when he's got a 7-goal lead. He's rather do something like that. Hold on to possession. Draw a tripping penalty. And the defense gets lucky there. That'll be a 30-second hold instead of a 1-minute trip. Now 2 minutes here left in the game. And sderot is starting to look awful comfortable. .64. It's Snell. Holding on for victory here. With the extra man. Looks like they're going to milk this entire penalty. Not much that herzliya can do down one. I'm sure what they'd love to be doing right now as a penalty releases is getting a double from a keeper or an adjacent defender. Well, you gotta hand it to the stuntman. although they played many, and here's a flag down. They've got to make an attempt at goal. Although the Stuntmen have had many close games, they actually entered this game as an automatic bid. They were winless in group play. So the automatic bid got them into the semifinals, and it seems like we've been had, huh?
Yep.
These Stuntmen have
First
been
win, I
fussed with
think.
us.
Minute and a half, minute. I think they've got this one.
This is a blowout.
I think they've stunned the Herzliya Stars. But
Absolutely has. And if you're a member of the Ashkelon Fighting Olives,
I think you
watching
better be
your
worried.
opponent, I would be too. You said it. You said it. I'd be worried.
It's hard to go, what are they, 5-0?
5-0.
5-0?
Yeah, hard to go undefeated and
Win the
13
championship.
goals past this keeper and this defense.
Yeah.
It's not easy. This is a totally different and evolved, a reformed sderot Stuntmen squad. Time ticking down even further now. We're into the waning seconds. And an offsides technical violation means the ball will go back the other way. GB by Abraham. Oh, and he doesn't stay back. That should be an offsides call, but as time goes by, not sure if the referee was just distracted or what. Herzliya got a gift there here on Christmas morning. Although it's not enough to stuff their stocking, as the sderot Stuntmen are going to walk away here with a W. Seconds to play. 3, 2, 1, and we've got it. Our final is set. It's going to be the Ashkelon Fighting Olives facing off against the sderot Stuntmen. An epic matchup here later today in Ashkelon Park.